Kaoru decides to go first, and here we go. Pocket Knight and Tammo and Aki on the start head is really nice for Fireburst, allowing him to explode on his first turn. And since he's going second, he can attack and really do some big stuff. So he decides to set his first traps, and let's see if it goes for the Akia or the Tammo directly. He decides to go for Akia and use her effects. So is it a Crow or is it a Tammo? A Tammo seems like a waste since he has okay. He decides to bring forth the Tammo even though it had two in his hand. Guess he just wants extra damage from the Akia animal friendship, I guess. Anyway, in the case of manipulation, we use EV strike and attacks into Simrami with his big ass Tammo, thanks to Pocket Knight. Does some extra damage with the animal friendship and passes the turn. Kaoru having some small prana problems. Shouldn't be able to turn this around too easily. Endless Madness on Luvia makes her a 1700 beater and allows her to kill the Akia without problem. Also a foot, but he used Summoning Pegasus on Akia, which means she is re-invoked and she can use her ability to summon a animal from her deck yet again, netting another +1 for Fireburst. He decides to go for a Crow this time and draw himself a card. KaoruAoiShiho, which will keep him safe for now. And will keep his Tammo safe from Spartacus. Oh, a big draw temple from Kaoru here, making Fireburst's animals 400 attacks smaller. And giving some extra well-needed prana. So Kaoru could shuffle an effect card in his hand back to his deck, invoke Simrami and take care of the caster. And yep, he does. So here we go, big turnaround from Kaoru, and decides to attack into the Crow. Fireburst decides to invoke another Crow instead of protecting the one he currently has. Great choice in my opinion, because the Crow's not much worth saving. So Kaoru passes the turn after equipping the Endless Madness on his Simrami, making it a 1500 beater. Fireburst with his massive card advantage invokes another Akia and summons a Crow from his deck, getting himself a nice Atalanta, which means that he can destroy the Endless Madness and kill the Simramis. He decides to discard the Chaos Crow number 2 and destroys his back row. Interesting. Oh, seems like Fireburst is a better player than me. Simrami can't be attacked, so it doesn't really matter if he's big or not, because he still has to get his attacks in. Really nice play from Fireburst, and since he has his Ruias, he doesn't have to worry about the counterattack. He has his Trail of Blood, which is a pretty interesting card. Groundsork is a level 5 vampire animal, making a pretty good target for it, because decreasing it to level 4 allows him to summon it with that on Akia for free, and that's him +2 and a 2600 beater with the Pocket Knight out. Very interesting card. Kaoru passes the turn with yourself in play, giving him some pranas and a servant and some life. Anyways, Fireburst facing two pretty big units, or relatively, since his units are pretty weak. Decides to kill the yourself master, gain some prana, and steal some of Kaoru's prana. He still can't get rid of the Semiramis though. That 1500 beater, too strong. Has some pranas, allowing his caster to negate attacks though, so he shouldn't be too worried. since he can just kill the sim around his next turn. Kaoru, contemplating his moves, decides to summon the Tamamo. This means that he can either kill a Crow or an Akya, or drain some of Fireburst prana, but that seems kinda negligible at this point. Decides to kill an Akya and pass the turn. Yeah, with that caster on the field, Fireburst probably wants to get rid of it as fast as possible, because it's pretty easy to get rid of. It's easy to spin out of control if he lets it live too long. And the Simrami won't actually do him much. So it's not too threatening to Fireburst. And Kaoru doesn't have enough prana to negate the attack. Fireburst decides to invoke the Fujino, discards a card and bounces the Simrami to the hand. Interesting. Launches her into the caster and makes a lot of direct attacks. No sure what he tried to do there, because that wouldn't kill him and didn't really gain anything from it. Yeah, interesting. Anyways, Kaoru's turn. He has a lot of cards in hand, so he should be able to do something at least. At the very least, Kaoru can kill Atalanta with the Samarmi and Endless Madness combo. Which means that his back row is safe. Which is pretty nice knowing. So Fireburst has game on the field. So unless Kaoru invokes units either in defense mode or in attack mode, he's dead. So he has to do something. A magic blast would work, or a unit big enough for the caster would work as well. But reading from his reaction from his mouse, he doesn't have any of that. He decides to go for the player, and let's see what kind of servants he decides to invoke. The caster is too small for the Spartacus to kill, so that's not a possible option. The Tammo is big enough to actually big enough to kill something, but Fireburst decides to use the Uncalled Chaos on its invoke, giving me another card due to Chaos score 2, and Kaoru killing the Atalanta. Let's see, player with Endless Madness can kill a Crow, but not much more than that. It still looks pretty grim for Kaoru at this point. Fireburst Tammo growing once again, and the Grand Saga in hand is really big. This means that he can just attack, in tribute Akya for the Grand Surg, grant him another animal in hand, reeling in them pluses, and there's not a lot Kaoru can do at this point. Decides to fetch the Leo to eat some of Kaoru's afterlife. Real nice. Decides to eat up the player, meaning it can't use that anymore. Not sure why I didn't use Eat the Yourself Master, because that's a really nice card to eat, making yourself not able to regain health from Parana anymore. But I digress. Kaori invokes the Berserk Spartacus, which means that he can get rid of the Blackmore without a problem, or the Tammo. But Fireburst feels pretty safe that he's sold off in hand, in case he feels needed, and that's GG. The increased damage taken from Spartacus really hurts Kaori this time around. So Fireburst is 2-0 in this best of 5, and time for match points.